So it got announced that Monarch Legacy of Monsters is renewed for season 2. Awesome, yay. But also, Apple will develop new MonsterVerse shows. And this isn't even like a maybe or whatever. I think Apple literally confirmed it. Is it Apple TV? Let me see if it popped up. I know they is it here? Is it here? It was 13 hours ago. I know it's here. Oh, there we go. Okay. This is from Apple TV, them exclusively saying season 2 plus spin-off. Now that's a legacy. Okay, so starting off, Monarch Legacy of Monsters was a pleasant surprise. The biggest complaint you get out of these MonsterVerse movies is the humans. They suck. The stories are not interesting. We don't care. Give us more monsters fighting. And yeah, then you go to Monarch Legacy of Monsters, and the story is actually interesting. You care about the characters, the way they did the time jump also, where it's like part of the story takes place in the past, then some in the future, and then the added like intrigue they do with Hollow Earth and and time manipulation in there, I thought was really good. I enjoyed the show, and I'm happy we're gonna get a season 2, especially with the way it ended. Don't want to get into spoilers here, but if you know, right, for the end of season 1, so. Dude, Kong just takes over everything. But the part that I want to talk about now is the spin-offs. Okay, so the MonsterVerse is now growing. It's spin-offs, not spin-off, spin-offs with an S, meaning we're getting at least 2 more shows. So it's not just Monarch Legacy of Monsters, it's Kong, how he shaves his hairy cheeks, and Kong goes to work. It's going to be Kong shows only, okay? That's what I want. No, clearly it's not going to be that. So let's say Monarch Legacy of Monster is the Godzilla show, right? I don't know if they'd give Godzilla another show. If they do, it'd be awesome. But I just want to explore some avenues about where we could go. So let's look into the MonsterVerse and see. Now, again, because it's Apple TV, we're assuming these are TV shows. Apple TV would not announce spin-offs for movies. Like, that just wouldn't make sense if they're like, plus spin-offs. Oh, that means movies, right? No, it's only TV shows, it looks like, right? So, looking at it here, I know MonsterVerse and Kaiju fans want to get like really specific and be like, we're going to get a Mothra show. Gigan's going to be in there. Secret origin of this. I think they're still going to go with something probably human-based, where the humans are still the main characters. But you know what? The MonsterVerse has been doing so much hinting about the past. Almost every MonsterVerse... Oh, well, yeah, I know they're making movies, but we haven't gotten that announcement. I'm just saying right now, Apple TV confirms shows. So that's the only thing we got confirmed. All we know confirmed movie-wise is that we're at least going to get another Godzilla versus Kong, because that makes money. Adam Wingard has an idea for the 3rd movie. For sure, movie-wise, we're getting one more Godzilla vs. Kong. As far as like a Mothra solo movie, another solo Godzilla, another solo Kong, no idea. All we know is for sure that. So, again, just sticking with the TV shows and where they could go, I think it's time to explore the past. All the MonsterVerse movies, like from Kong Skull Island, Godzilla King of Monsters, and even the Godzilla vs. Kong movies, they keep hinting at this like past. That humans used to like worship Godzilla, looked at him as a king, also worshipped Kong. And there was a civilization that would follow him. And Scar King even was somebody who was way part in the past. Scar King is the reason Godzillas and Kongs went to war. So there's so much like rich history of the past, of what they could explore. I would love to see. We go back to like the tribe. Maybe there'd be like a language barrier thing there, because there are people who don't even really speak, they just speak through mind. But maybe there's something there, right? I would love to see that, a prequel set way back when it was basically just monsters on the land, and see Scar King pop up in there. The young days of Kong would be nice, when he's like about Zuko's age. I know that's how tall he technically was in Kong Skull Island, but I don't know. Something like that, the early days of the Kongs. I would love to see a Godzilla origin story. You see, that would be nice, but I don't know how far back his like story goes, dude. Like, how far back? And again, since I know I feel like they have to keep humans as the focus, because it's just going to be a hella expensive show if it's just monsters. Trust me, I would want that more than anything, is just monsters all the time on screen, whether they're talking or not, like with Kong, where he's just doing movements and facial expressions. I'll take a whole show like that. I don't care if there's no dialogue. I'll treat it like the opening of Wall-E. I love that. But humans are still going to have to be the center part of it. They're going to have to be the main characters. And I'm just trying to figure out. It could just be another Godzilla story that we never heard about way back when. Something that happened on an indigenous island. A monarch movie. I don't know if we would want a monarch movie. Would a monarch movie actually be interesting? It could be other monarchs, Baby Kong. That's some of your guys' ideas. If you have ideas, I'd love to hear them down. But to me, that's what I'm saying. Grow a man butt. What the heck? I ain't growing no man butt. Get out of here. So I think it's going to be a show in the past. A lot of these will be in the past because they don't want to interfere with what the MonsterVerse is doing. Since I'm thinking they want to keep it separate. But a Kong focused show would definitely be something I'd want to see. I just don't know what you. It would have to be the early days of Kong, studying him in Hollow Earth. Like it could also be the backstory of Kong. I always thought in Kong Skull Island when they showed. Let me see if I can pull it up. Kong cave painting. Where they show that Kong had a family. See here they show Kong being worshipped, but then they also show this photo, right? I always thought that was Kong's like wife and kid. I don't know why I thought that, but no, it's supposed to be his parents in like the last of his Kong. I'd love to see that movie. You do it like kind of Krypton style, where like it's like the last days of Krypton, and they're about to send Superman to Earth or whatnot. Do a version of that like with Kong, where it's Kong's mom and dad taking care of a baby Kong right before they died. Like something made his people extinct. It wasn't just Kong and his mom and dad, right? There should have been an uncle, a neighbor, a friend. How about that as a show, right? The last days of the Kong and how he became the last one, or at least so he thought. I would love to see that. I think that Kong Year One, perfect. That right there, Kong Year One. That would be cool. I'd love to see that story, but then again, like I said, it's still mainly going to be human focused, but I feel like there's a way you could do that. Like here, Kong is being worshipped by tribe leaders. You could do a show then where the human tribe people are witnessing this Kong stuff happen. So I don't know. We'll wait and see. But like I said, there's a vast world to explore in there. I'd love to see it. I mean, the other thing I'd love to see is kind of like the Monarch Research Lab. They keep hinting at this too, and I wonder if it's going to be part of the next Godzilla vs. Kong movie, because I was seeing all the Jet Jaguar memes. I don't know if you guys were seeing them, but people really want Trapper, who was Dan Stevens' character, to be Jet Jaguar for the new movie. I love that idea. I think that would be awesome. But I think as a show, that could work. The people who were in the labs creating these things, like the people who created the Beast Gauntlet, that would be an interesting show, is just the labs of Monarch and how they go about the technology and things to fight these other beings or enhance these other beings. Like they wanted to enhance Kong. That'd be cool. Maybe they make their own Mecha Godzilla again, but this time good, or I don't know, something like that. I'm just trying to do that. But Jet Jaguar for the next Godzilla vs. Kong movie, I would definitely love. I loved seeing all those memes on TikTok and whatnot of people going, Dan Stevens is going to be Jet Jaguar, dude. They definitely have to bring Jet Jaguar in. I mean, Godzilla and Kong did so much destruction in the last movie. They destroyed so many cities. They can't just leave it up to the monsters to save the day and destroy the towns at the same time. The humans are going to want to build their own machine. And that'd be cool. That'd be cool. All right. So yeah, that's the MonsterVerse. We're getting some spin-offs and all that. I thought that was awesome. Wanted to talk about it. Okay.